Mano Buddha Hamkara, Mano Buddha Hamkara, Chittani Naham, Chittani Naham, Nacha Shotra Juve, Cha Shotra Juve, Nacha Grana Netri, Cha Grana, Nacha Vyoma Bhumi, Nacha Vyoma Bhumi, Na Tejo na Vayu, Na Te Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, 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 Shivo, Shivoham, Shivoham. Today is our first class in this year, in 2014. So on this particularly yoga aphorism, though the weather is very bad today, particularly in our area, and from last night it is going on snowing, but I congratulate you that you have come even without caring for this. Is really very encouraging for all of us, because your interest to know this, to learn this. Just this moment we were chanting that we are the Shiva, we are the Blessed One. But we don't always feel that. Why? Because our mind is entangled with so many things. With what are those things? These worldly things that we call. Worldly things means things that are temporary. Many times, most of the Indian philosophers, the Indian spiritual leaders, they will be always saying worldly things. What does it mean, worldly things? Things that are temporary. That's called worldly things. Then what is permanent? Only one permanent, and that is called Shiva. The Shiva is the permanent, God is the permanent. And then those who do not believe, they say Brahman is the permanent, Atman is the permanent. So that way, in different names, we try to express that there is something permanent and some are impermanent, which is whatever we try to get, everything passes away. Now, we have to reach back to that one. Yesterday, when I was talking on the India Eternal, every first Saturday, 11:30 to 12:30, I speak on India Eternal in the Hindu temple, Lemont. I was telling that the one person who was going to marry, and in the northern India, they always sit on a horse when they go for marriage. The young man was very happy, he was going, his friends and the relatives, they were lighting the crackers, they are enjoying, singing, dancing. But suddenly, the horse, the tamed horse, suddenly, as because very close to the horse, someone blew that one cracker, and it started running wildly. And it took the boy on the main street, and the police arrested him. And he said, "But I am going to marry. Everybody is waiting for me." But you have to pay because you have broke the rule. He said, "I don't have money. I am going to marriage. Why should I carry the purse?" So then they said, "Okay, but some punishment we have to give to you." So what is that punishment? From 100 you count. And he started counting 101, 102. And immediately they said, "No, you have to count down from 100 to 1. 100, 99, 98, 97, like this. And it was so difficult for the boy to do that. We have to do that same thing, counting backward. Now our mind is attached with so many hundreds and millions of things, and that's called worldly things or temporary things. The name, nama, then rupa means different type of forms, and then the smell, then the sound, then the touch, taste. So many things are there, constantly attracting us, our mind, to going out. We have to count back. We have to go back. We have to withdraw all those things. These are the things we have already discussed in the beginning of our yoga aphorism. Why should we meditate? That was our topic for almost for the last 2013, and then we have started yoga aphorism of Patanjali. That is the only book, only method. Over this is the basis. Over this, so many other people they are trying to explain. But about the mind, this is the last word. If we have to control the mind, then we have to go through the teachings of Patanjali. And what the Patanjali Rishi is doing, he is giving us the definition constantly, so that we can understand the thing and then we can do it in our own way. What is the first thing? Controlling the mind. What do you mean by the controlling the mind? Yoga. Yoga means union with God. Now the word yoga in America, they think about the physical yoga exercises. That is also yoga. But that is a physical. But this is mental, spiritual. This yoga means union with Supreme, union with God. And what will happen after unification? We will know our own self. That is the ultimate of the yoga. We are going back and then we are reaching to the one. Now our mind is with so many million things. Now when we reach to the back to the one, what will happen? Exactly for which our mind is behaving like a mad person. It's going everywhere. Nama, Rupa, Shabda, Sparsha, Gandha. Why? To enjoy. All these things that we like to have, to enjoy. And some people, they are getting name and fame in the society and they are mad. They forget that this is temporary. Whoever may be, even the Alexander is no more. All these kings came, went away, kingdom went away. All these things are changing. But the peculiar thing is, those who are living, though they are reading the history, even the historians, they cannot think that this is temporary. And that is called in Vedanta, it says Maya. Maya means something which is there, but at the same time it is not there. The appearance is there, but if you go to the reality, it is not there. We see it, we hear it, we feel it, but at the same time it is wrong. This is very peculiar situation, and we have to overcome this Maya. How? Then you have to control the mind, because the influence of Maya, tanha, the desire, in the Buddhism they say tanha, desire. Desire for what? All these things. What are these things? Temporary. We see a very beautiful sweet somewhere, ice cream somewhere, pizza somewhere, we feel like eating it, we eat, we finish, again the desire comes. It never ends, goes on and on. Nakamu, there's a Yajati, was a king was there. He wanted to enjoy this life. And when he became old, he had a yogic power, psychic power. Then he could get the youth from others. To whom to go? He approached his sons. But no one was ready. But his young son said, okay, father, if you like to enjoy your life, take my youth and enjoy. So whatever the period of his youth was there, Yayati took, and he was enjoying the life. Even after completing that period, he found still the desire is there. Nayatu kamo kamanam upabhogena samyati. After enjoying this kama, the desires, we are not satisfied. Again the desire comes, and more and more and more. Like when you are pouring the ghee into the fire becomes more. You cannot douse the fire, stop the fire by pouring the ghee. It is not possible. Similarly, desire cannot be stopped. What to do? We have to withdraw the mind. That is very special. What we have to do then? It says we have to withdraw the mind. But is it so easy to withdraw the mind? Somebody comes and tells something, and immediately it is in my mind. It goes even when I am sleeping. Even in my dream, in my subconscious mind, that desire is there. So difficult. So what then this? Withdrawing the mind means what? And that is called yoga. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. This is the first sloka he said. Chitta. Chitta means mind stuff, where all the impressions are there. Our psychologists, they are all describing the mind. There are so many books, so many articles are there. They are trying to explain the mind, and they are trying to say in different angles, they are trying to express. But what is mind? In one line they say, chitta vritti. Vritti means all the thoughts. So this is very clear. What is our mind? Our thoughts. Now the question is, where from the thought generates? Then again we go to that same thing. It generates from the contact of our senses with the objects. When our senses, like the eye, like ear, the nose, the tongue, and the skin, is coming in contact with the objects, Rupa, Rasa, Sabda, Sparsha, Gandha, then it generates the wave in the mind, and that is called chitta. All impressions are collected over there. This chitta, this collection of all the impressions of the mind, when it is there, what happens? It goes on increasing, and we suffer. This is the result of the whole thing. Now, how to be free from it? That is the question. Why should you meditate? This is the answer. We meditate not to get the psychic power. Of course, there will be psychic power. The last class, in our last discussions, I quoted Swami Vivekananda, because savikalpa samadhi. Samadhi means the ultimate of meditation. First is yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. Second, how to abhyasa vairagyam. Bhyam. Abhyasa vairagya. Bhyam. Abhyasa means repetition of the practice again, again, again. And vairagya means giving away all the desires, that counting back. From 100 to 1 we have to go back. Slowly, 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 slowly we have to go back. And this vairagya, giving away, even some people, majority of the people, they go to temple, church, mosque. What for? With a great desire. What is that desire? To reach to heaven. They are thinking that if you go to the temple and then offering the sweets and fruits and these and that, they will go to the heaven, desire. Of course they will go to heaven. All desires will be fulfilled. But after that, again coming back. Because heaven is not the permanent thing again. The heaven is not permanent because that is the result of the action. And whenever you are acting, that reaction, it reduces. we are keeping some money in the bank, depositing in the money, and then spending. It is just like that. We have collected some good result of our work, and then we have kept it at the feet of the God or somewhere in the heaven. Then they calculated, yes, this man has deposited the good work, of course he can come and stay, and you go in the heaven, you enjoy the heaven. And there is no, they say, we do not know, I have not visited heaven ever. But anyway, they say that there is no thirst, there is no hunger, there is only joy. And joy according to your own wish. Some people are thinking this type of joy, something else. But anyway, that is the heaven. When afterwards, when all those things are over, again they will say, thank you, you have to go back. So when you go with a credit card, you to go to the 5-star or 7-star hotel, they are all welcoming you, come sir, where that will you eat? But the moment your credit card will be refused, immediately they will say, go. They will never call for a cab for you even. You have to go out. It's same thing like that. The going to the heaven also is not permanent. It's temporary. So we will read here that even in the last stage, when you are having this type of power, you can control. I was telling how the Sri Krishna controlled the sun even. He asked the sun to go away and it should be dark so that the Yayadratha who was hiding should come out, so that Arjun can kill him, and so that Arjun's promise is kept. You know that Mahabharata history. I was telling you how the rain was stopped just by one prayer of Saradanandaji. When the mothers, holy mothers, divine body, they put it in the fire, in the pyre, the rain was coming. Saradanandaji prayed, rain stopped over there before the eyes of hundreds of people that time in the Belur Math. And rain was there in the middle of the Ganga, waiting till it is complete. It can be. Swami Vivekananda is very clearly telling, the moment you are practicing this, you get the whole control of that particular thing. You can do it. But that is also not permanent. Again, that is also temporary. Then where we go? Here we have studied that, Patanjali Rishi, Sampragyata Samadhi. What is that Samadhi? Total concentration. Chitta Vritti Nirodha, all the cessation of the thought wave. We think either good or bad, either happiness or sometimes agitated or painful thoughts, but we are bound to think. You cannot stop it. And the first step, they always say, as Sri Ramakrishna is telling, go to a sadhu, go to a holy person, listen his words. Why? Some good thoughts are coming. Now, what you will do, second step, Sri Ramakrishna said, you go to a solitude, and then you think yourself, ponder yourself, concentrate yourself on those good thoughts. That means we were having some ordinary thoughts, and to overcome that, good thoughts. And they say in our country, where there will be doctors and all that, so they always do this type of surgery. And someone has got stuck something when he was walking, and maybe that with the same thing, another one it will bring out the one which is stuck in the leg or somewhere. Then both the things they are throwing out. The using a thorn to take out another thorn, and then both the thorns they leave. Similarly, good thought we are pouring inside the mind to stop the bad thoughts, and then afterwards both of them should be given away. When both we give away, what remains? I. So this we will see that the Sampragyata Samadhi, it says that Vitarka, Vichar, Ananda, Asmita is a very high stage. All ordinary things are now over. In the 17th aphorism of the first chapter, it's Patanjali Rishi says, there are 4 things, objects, with the help of which you can reach over there. Very high stage. Even not the ultimate, though high, not ultimate. So we can imagine this is not child's game, child's play. We think meditation means just come and sit and close your eyes. It's not so. To some extent it helps. But Vitarka, what is that Vitarka? Now again it says like this. Sampragyata Samadhi, how to reach? Through 4 objects are there. With the help of that. First is Vitarka. Vitarka means concentrating on one particular object. That is called Vitarka. How? Now this Vitarka, suppose we have heard someone says cow, the word. Then we have seen the cow. That is an impression. The name, nama, rupa. The name and the form. And it goes into my mind. I concentrate on that. When I am concentrating on that particular, slowly, I am forgetting each and every other thing, all other things. I get total knowledge, complete knowledge on that particular thing. What is science discovery? Same thing. They are taking up one object, concentrating over that, and then coming out with a result. But only thing, this is external. And that is why this is impermanent. But when it is a permanent, that is psychological, the mental, Sampragyata Samadhi means first is Vitarka. Vitarka means questioning, as Swami Vivekananda translated, questioning. Questioning about a particular object. And what is that object? I have collected the name and the form. Nama Rupa and the time also, in that time. And then we are concentrating on these, slowly, one place we get, and that is called Sampragyata Samadhi. Samadhi means total concentration, but Sampragyata means something, with the help of something your mind has reached to that stage. So this is Sampragyata. And what is that Vitarka? One particular object over which you are asking again and again, and going deep to that, you find out this. This is one. Then Savichara. Now when this is over, this is called subtle thought is there. We call it the higher step of meditation, and it is a subtle element. The full concentration on that is called Tanmatra. In Sanskrit, it's called Tanmatra. What is the Tanmatra? Object is not there. But effect of object, we can say, still there in the mind. How it is? The moment we entered into the temple, immediately our mind became peaceful, as if we are in the presence of God. That's called Tanmatra. But when you go to a theater, a cinema hall, or a restaurant, hotel, you will never feel that feeling which you felt in the temple, in the shrine. Why? Tanmatra, that is the Sanskrit term. Because in that atmosphere, the thought is absent. In the hotel, when you enter, what thought comes? About the food, about the drinks, about the enjoyment, and all that thought is coming. So when the moment you are entering into that, your mind is thinking about, forced to think about that. There, you cannot think anything else. Of course, those who have already controlled their mind, they can think even in that situation, even in that position. That is different. But ordinary minds, when you enter into a particular place, immediately we are influenced by that place. Why? This is called the subtle influence is already there. Though the object directly it is not there. God is directly not present over here. In the hotel, the moment you enter, directly all those things are not there. But tanmatra. So this is a very important thing. This tanmatra. Why should you go to temple? Why should you go to church? Why should you go to mosque? Because of this. When you entered into that particular place, God is everywhere. Some people they say, God is everywhere. Why then you are collecting fund to create a temple? Is that God only remains in the temple? This is a wastage, they say sometimes. They feel like that. They may say, but the temple means where constantly people are thinking about God. As supposed to. If they are not thinking about God, that's why they say inside the shrine you should not bring the storybooks, you should not talk over telephone, you should not think any other things. Why? By doing that you are destroying the tanmatra. Many people they will go to Belur Math. There is a huge field, lawn, buildings, temple. What is there? But these people, they have gone only for the fun of it. Maybe with the mood of some picnic. But the moment they entered into that, by the side of the Ganga, nicely decorated, clean, and they themselves become quiet. They will be looking quietly here and there. Then when they come out, oh, so peaceful. Why? How they could feel it? They felt it because the strong tanmatra. And now consciously when you are connecting your mind with that tanmatra, you are benefited. That is the reason people should go to temple, quietly sit and meditate. We can meditate in any corner of the house, anywhere we can meditate. But at least those who are beginners, those who have not controlled the mind altogether, if they go over there, sit over there, take that tanmatra, help of tanmatra, because it is already there. If you go to Belur Math, we feel very strong tanmatra. Why? Early morning at 3:30, 200 brahmacharis and monks, they are sitting over there. And then the Mangala Arati, then they will be meditating quietly, 200 people together meditating and taking the name of God, praying. Consciously or unconsciously, they are creating an environment of spirituality. But you cannot see that. But those, the willing mind, they want to get the help of it. The moment they enter into it, they feel there is so good. Immediately mind becomes quiet. That is called tanmatra. Same thing in other places also. When you go to a cinema hall, when you go to a football, it's called the stadium, then you feel all that enjoyment, excitement. That's called tanmatra. So that is the reason it is so important. So this is called savichara. One is savitarka, and next is savichara. Vichara means discrimination, and this discrimination is called this tanmatra. Whoever comes to this place, we always say, go pray. Because when he is coming to pray, he is not only getting the benefit of the prayer, but also adding through his prayer in the tanmatra. So this is very subtle thing. Majority of the people don't understand, but these, and that is the reason people like to donate for the temple. Because when you are donating for some good reason, and you are getting the result of it, that is sure. For the bad thing, if you are donating, Some people came and told that give me money so that I will prepare bomb and will kill 200 people, and they kill the 200 people, result comes to you too. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling, then one person, he was dragging a cow to cut it to the slaughterhouse. The cow was resisting, and this person was dragging. A Brahmana sitting from distance, he saw, he felt, oh, for this man, he is not strong enough. I should feed him, he is tired. So he called the man, the butcher, fed him nicely. Oh, my good man, now you are strong. Yes, sir. He went, dragged the cow and killed the cow. Now the scene of killing the cow came to the Brahmana. Brahmana was telling, why? I didn't do anything, but you helped. In a bad work, when you are helping, that is also the same, at least some result, percentage of that scene will come to you. And that is the reason people don't understand, because it is not visible, it is subtle, effect is there. That is the reason. When there is a fire, we feel warmth over here. We are not directly over there, but we feel. When there is a snow, we feel cold over here. So that feeling, that is coming. So that is called tanmatra. This is so important. On that tanmatra, if you are meditating, concentrating perfectly, then you reach to samadhi, total control of your mind. That is called sampragyata samadhi. The sampragyata samadhi and asampragyata samadhi. Samadhi of two types. The sampragyata, you are taking the help of four. What are those? Savitarka, savichara, then comes ananda. Then some people, they will be sitting, concentrating on the joy of the soul. They are not taking the help. This is a very high condition of the mind. We cannot just sit and concentrate on the joy, the bliss. It's not possible. This is a process, one has to go a long way. And when they are sitting over here and concentrating, their mind is totally tranquil, and the tranquil mind, they feel one joy automatically. And when moment the mind will be tranquil, not affected by anything, there is a joy. Swami Vivekananda in one place is explaining that suppose there is a water in a pond. If you are throwing a stone, it creates ripples. Similarly, this mind is a pond. Our mind is a pond. You are throwing a pebble, you are throwing a thought into that mind, creating ripple. And that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Bengal, 500 years before Sri Ramakrishna, he came to Bengal. He is considered a great soul, avatara. And he said, Gramya Katha na shunibe. Gramya Katha means all the gossip. Constantly people, they feel like gossiping, and they say, particularly in the village, in our countries, even now, the ladies are very fond of gossiping. Why? Because they don't have any engagement. That is the main reason. They like to spend some time. And to spend the time, what will happen? Some are there, they will be telling, have you heard? Then they will be discussing. Now nobody knows what is true, but they will be going on, adding, subtracting, and they love to. What happens? It creates a ripple on the mind. You are throwing the pebble on the mind, and the mind is agitated. If it is a wrong thing, mind is agitated in a wrong way. If it is a good thing, mind agitated in a good way, but agitating. So the thought is just like a pebble that you are throwing in the lake, and mind is the lake what happens? Ripple. And the moment there is a ripple, thought wave is going on, either you enjoy or you suffer. These are the result, either good or bad. But suppose there is no pebble, you are not throwing it anything, what happens? Slowly, and there is no air. The air is also not creating the ripples on the surface of the water. So obviously, it's all quiet, still, and all the darts in the water has gone down and settled. Water is very clear. You can see the bottom of your mind. We can see the bottom of our mind in that tranquil. And that what comes? Joy. The moment our mind is tranquil, we get the joy. And when it is the joy, over that joy some people can concentrate. They concentrate. And that is also only on that joy when they are concentrating. With the help of that joy, they are holding the mind on that particular joy, bliss. They go to the samadhi, and that is called sampragyata samadhi with the help of ananda. Ananda means joy. Then third and the final stage, fourth, final stage, even in sampragyata samadhi. Those who are pragyavan, pragya means the knowledge. Those who have already acquired the knowledge, those who can really meditate, they say this is also below, nothing. Far above, far above. And this last stage of the sampragyata, please remember, samadhi means ultimate of meditation. Last stage of meditation. And in that last stage, even two compartments. One is sampragyata, another is asampragyata. And then either sampragyata or sabikalpa. Abikalpa, sabikalpa. Sampragyata, asampragyata, a different name, but two departments. Then this sampragyata, this is also samadhi, very high stage of the mind, concentration, meditation. And to reach that sampragyata, you get the help of only four things. First is vitarka. Vitarka means the impression of one object, any object. The impression comes from the sight, from the ear, from the imagination. On that particular object, when our mind is totally concentrating and forgetting all other things, then we get total power, total knowledge about that. Knowledge is power. The moment we get the complete knowledge about that particular thing, we can control that thing. This is one. Second comes sabichara. Bichara means, vitarka means asking question. And bichara, as we were discussing, the subtle thing of that particular. That object is not there now, but the subtle influence that is called tanmatra, it is there. This is the, over that tanmatra, when we are meditating, concentrating, we reach that sampragyata. And when there is no ripple, neither good or bad, neither the tanmatra or the gross, tanmatra is very subtle, nothing is there. In the tranquil mind, we feel joy, ananda, bliss. And with the help of that ananda, when we are reaching to that stage, samadhi, it's called sampragyata, but with the help of the ananda. But even the final stage, they will think about who is enjoying the ananda. Who is enjoying? I. Asmita. Asmita means I consciousness. Each and every one is having that I, but that is ego. That I means associated with this body and mind. That is ego. That is the problem. But this asmita, only I consciousness. So we have to understand the subtle difference of this. A very big difference even. So this I, the asmita, the I consciousness, who is enjoying? I enjoying, I am enjoying. Over that they are concentrating. They are concentrating on the I. And moment they are concentrating on the I, then what happens? They are knowing everything. The moment we know me, I, then we know everything. Because within this small I, the huge I of God is there. Within a spark of fire, all properties of the fire present. We can understand the fire. By analyzing one spark, we understand the fire. Similarly, by understanding I consciousness, we understand whole thing about God or universe or Brahman or Paramatma, everything we get. So we reach to that and we are immersed. All our thoughts, everything, it is stopped. That is the condition they call sampragyata again. Even that stage, they say below. So you have to go beyond these. So how if we can somehow reach up to that, that was sufficient. But those who reach over there, they say it is nothing. More, more and more. And then for that what they do? Virama pratyaya, abhyasa purva, samskar shesha anya. Anya means all this time they were explaining, Patanjali Rishi was explaining sampragyata samadhi. And now he is telling above the sampragyata samadhi, beyond sampragyata samadhi, there is another one. What is that? Asampragyata. A means negative. Now just for our memory we can say sampragyata is a samadhi. Samadhi is the highest stage of concentration, and in that highest stage, the first room when we enter, it's called sampragyata. And this sampragyata, there we can reach, though it's very difficult to reach, we can reach with the help of the four. And the last is asmita, I consciousness. This I consciousness, when we reach over there, after that we feel what is beyond. Even after this, what is there? Bahe matra ami ami, she dharau anukhan. In Swami Vivekananda, he is writing a poem. And through the poem, he is describing his higher stage of mind, his meditation. But it's so difficult to express in words the experiences of this stage, very difficult to express in words, because this is the feeling. But he tried to express it in a poem, through a poem. In the next class, we will try to read that poem. It's a beautiful poem, and how he is expressing. Only I remain, and that I is not ego. We should not mix it up. We should not make a blunder by thinking that ego is there. No. I consciousness. And this I consciousness again, when that also stops, what happens? Bojhe pran, bojhe jar. In Bengali he is writing, only he can realize, understand who has realized. Only he can understand who has realized. And it cannot be expressed by words or anything. So that is the ultimate thing this Patanjali Rishi is telling is that stage one goes beyond the circle of death and birth. Beyond the circle of death and birth only, some people they will be telling, oh, next time I am not going to take birth. You are not going to take birth, who are you? There is a noose, and you are tied by that. On your throat, there is a noose, and you are tied by that. Every time you have to come. There is no other way. Only if you are reaching, and this is the path of the yogis. There are bhaktas, there are jnanis, and there are karma yogi. This is the path of the yogi, dhyani. Those practice meditation to reach to that stage from where they don't like to come back in this circle again. So that is called virama. Virama means stop. Virama, visrama, we always call in Indian language. Now somebody is going on talking, like me perhaps. Then some people will be telling, Bhai, abhi to viram de do. Viram means stop. Then some people in the Hindi, when they speak, they say, यही दो शब्द कहकर मेरा भाषण को विराम देंगे. विराम means stop, completely stop, no more. So that is virama. When we write letters, then we write letters and then certainly something we remember, we will say PS, postscript. Again we write letters. Virama means not like that. Virama means there you stop completely. Virama pratyaya. And here it says the ultimate, the impression of all that is over. What remains? Only you have to realize that. Then only you can feel. So this is the 18th verse of our Sampragyata and Asampragyata Samadhi. Now we will be reading afterwards. Then what happens to others? When after this what happens? They say Bhava Pratyaya Videho Prakriti Layanam. This we will explain next time. Bhava Pratyaya, and they become gods. If they want, they become God. Indra, Varuna, all these that the gods we say, they are not the one person. This is a post only. If you are achieving that thing, you reach over there. This is a post. The Indra, Varuna, Agni, all these devatas and devis, gods and goddesses, is not permanent again. If somebody else is coming up with better quality, he will be given the opportunity to that post. Bhava Pratyaya Videho Layanam, that we will read. Then what the ordinary people will do, ordinary people means a little lower than this. They say Shraddha, Virya, Smriti, Samadhi, Prajna Purvak, Itaresham. Itaresham means the balance. That is for the highest people. This is for the balance. Next. So Shraddha. Through the Shraddha, we will discuss about the Shraddha. Through the Shraddha also we reach over there. Virya. There will be constantly energy. They will go on trying, they will reach. Like this they will go. And then what they are going to, when they are going to achieve? Is there any time limit? When they are going to achieve? Tibra Samveganama Asanya. Those who are trying very hard, they will get immediately. Or otherwise, Mridu Madhyadi Matratvat Tatopi Visheshaha. Actually, okay, we are practicing this, at the same time something else, Mridu Madhya. They will reach, but they will take some time. And then ultimately, for the each and every one, for the general people, they say, Ishara Pranidhanat Ba. Here, Ishvara. Who is the Ishvara? We'll explain that. Through the God, through the grace of God, by doing worship to God, also you can reach over there. So this proves that the Yoga Darshan, they believe in Ishvara. Thank you again. Now let us chant again this mantra and we'll conclude. I will do it on your behalf, you just follow with me. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo vibhutvacha sarvatra sarvendriyanam navasangatam naiva muktirnameya Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham 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 Shivoham. I am the embodiment of knowledge and bliss. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsat. I don't know what will be the atmosphere, the situation in Tuesday. So I was thinking at least this Tuesday's class I should suspend, because you are devotees, you are taking so much of trouble to come, but on the road this is dangerous to come out. So I think we will do it afterwards. I will send to all our Google, and tell your friends who are interested to join in our Google the list. So they will be constantly getting all the program, and whatever is appealing to them, they can respond, they can come. So that way, because many people, they are interested but they do not know. I came in contact with some people, we were not knowing it. So then I felt if we could get, and now the sending the letter almost over. Now through the Google group, all the reach, and they get immediately all the information. And I try to give them always at least 7 days or 10 days, 15 days ahead, so that they can make the schedule according to their program and all that. Okay, Jai Thakur.